morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to economics. This is September the 9th, 2020. Okay, so hope you guys had a great summer. You know, I miss all of you, and I look forward to seeing you back in these seats that are behind the camera. For those of you that haven't had me as a teacher, I'm Mr. Bomarito, and I teach quite a few different classes at the high school level. And I'm excited to get everybody in these seats and get hands-on as soon as we can. But until then, we are going to work virtually, and we're going to explore all the different things that make that up. Before we get started this morning in economics, I want to tell you about this website right here, or this email address, excuse me. It's slcavirtual1952@gmail.com. That is the place that you guys are going to go to and submit all of your homework. Okay, if you have any questions, you can get a hold of me on GradeLink. But all of the homework that's turned in is going to be submitted at slcavirtual1952@gmail.com. If you have any questions regarding that, just get a hold of me on GradeLink. Okay, for those of you that were here last year, you know that GradeLink is our source. That's where we go to enter in your subjects, enter in all of your assignments. That's where you can check on your GPA and see how everything is going with your classes and with your grades. There's teacher-student interaction on there, so if you have any questions about anything, you can always ask a question on there. For today, not only in economics, but other subjects, I've already posted what you're going to be doing for today. So this is a video lesson to follow. For kids that have gone here last year, you sort of know your way around GradeLink a little bit. But for those of you that are new to us, I want you to go on to GradeLink. And if you have any issues logging in, contact the school. We can help you with all of that. And I want you to play with it. I want you to learn how to successfully navigate and just know your way around so that you're comfortable with it, because that is your main hub for all of your work. Okay, so if you don't know how to work it, your assignments don't matter until you can navigate and get around like you're supposed to. Okay, welcome to economics. I am, like I said, Mr. Bomarito, and I'm excited to have you in class this morning. Okay, let's start with chapter 1 of our text, which you don't have, so you'll be listening. All right, this is everybody's economics. Why bother about economics? We know that God, the creator of mankind, is the ultimate source of wealth. When he formed the earth, he gave mankind more than enough resources to provide food, clothing, and shelter for everyone who would ever live. Yet for some people, obviously, they have more than others. Why the disparity? Why are some people able to enjoy countless luxuries while others scrape for a bare existence? Many reasons could be given, but the primary difference is the way in which men and nations use the wealth that God has given them. We study economics to learn how to best use this wealth, okay? God indeed has blessed the earth with everything that it needs to succeed, okay? I once heard an old guy say, and I think he's right, that all wealth ultimately comes out of the ground, okay? The clothes that you wear often are made from cotton. It comes out of the ground. Money is minted. It's printed on paper. That comes from cheese, etc., okay? Simply put, economics is the study of the choices that individuals and societies make in the production, distribution, and consumption of goods, okay? Let's talk about that one more time. I'll give you the definition. Economics, which is what this class is the study, that means that we're studying, of the choices that individuals and societies make in the production, distribution, and consumption of goods. I don't know if you guys know this, but you do something that involves economics every day. Every day we make choices that determine how our life is going to go, okay? So if you walk into a restaurant and you look at a menu, and that menu says a hamburger for this much, a hot dog for this much, or a pork steak for this much, you have a decision that you have to make, and usually those are going to be at different prices. And so in that way, you're making a choice that affects your personal economy, okay? If it were not for an economic system, you might not be reading this book today. In fact, human life can be maintained only by some system of economics, and a prosperous life can be maintained only by an efficient economic system. Intelligent work combined with certain economic ideas and methods make it possible to be prosperous, well-fed, well-clothed, and well-housed. Listen, I think that that's something that's missing in our society today, okay? The Bible says that if you won't work, neither shall you eat, okay? In this life, you're going to get out of it whatever you put into it. So if you're lazy and you don't do things that are productive, your life is going to reap the consequences of those economic decisions that you're making. But on the contrary, if you're hardworking and you're driven and you're passionate and you get up every morning and you make good decisions concerning your personal life, then on the contrary as well, you are going to reap the good consequences that come of making good life decisions concerning your person, okay? I always like to sort of give this story early in the class of economics, okay? Let's all pretend that we are on a ship and we are cruising along in the ocean somewhere, and all of a sudden the ship has a problem and we wreck and we have to survive on an island that the ship crashes into, okay? We have nothing. You know, we have nothing but the clothes on our back. What do we do? What do we do? We have a problem because immediately we have needs. We have to have water, we have to have shelter, we have to have some sort of food, and luckily for us, excuse me, we have the clothes on our back, but excuse me, we need all of these things to help us live as comfortably as we can until somebody rescues us. So what do? I'll tell you what we do. We get out whatever we put in. So immediately we start trying to find a water source. We start collecting anything that we can that can contain fresh water. We start chopping down trees so that we can build some sort of shelter, maybe some sort of lean-to or something with, let's say, palm fronds or banana tree leaves or things like that. And we put a shelter up so that we can keep ourselves safe from all the elements. We need some source of food, so maybe we're carving some spears, or maybe we're making some kind of primitive boomerang to go hunting with. And then in addition to that, we have to take care of our own person, so maybe we're hand weaving hats or crafting some sort of shoe to protect our feet. But anyway, if we're all doing those things, I think that we'll be okay as long as we're working hard and we know that we're going to get out whatever it is that we put in. But if we were to sit around and just look at each other, I think very quickly we would become thirsty, we would be hungry, we would be getting rained on probably, and wind blistered and sunburned and all the things that come with being outside without having proper shelter. Our feet would be hurting, okay? And in America, in the world today, whether you're talking about microeconomics or macroeconomics, there is an economic system that is in play today. And basically what it all ends up coming back to is, if you make good choices concerning your person, you're going to reap the good consequences that come because of the good choices that you've made. And if you make the bad ones, likewise, you'll also reap bad consequences. You need to remember this. You are in control of your life, okay? And we can't get into blaming other people or anything like that about our situation, okay? I know that it's true. We're not always in charge of certain situations that happen in our lives, but we are in charge of how we respond to those things. And so I want to encourage you this morning to make good, strong decisions that affect your life in a positive way. Okay, I have an assignment for you guys, and it's already listed. Okay, I want you to write me a half page not a half page. Let's do a whole page. I think that's what I put online. Let's do a whole page summarizing a current event in the world today that's affected by economic choices. At the end, I want you to briefly state your opinion on the subject. Okay? If you have any questions, you guys get a hold of me on GradeLink, and I will be happy to answer them. I'm available for you. Until tomorrow or until the next day, God bless. Can't wait to see you all in class. Bye-bye.